everybody to the BDSIR Network's Bet That. I am your host, the CEO, no other than Mike Knoxxx. That's spelled with 3 X's because like you go out there every single week and spend that money, I am hardcore. People, listen, the first week of the NL season has passed us. Listen, people, what can I say? A 10-6 record. Listen, you got to crawl in this thing before you can walk. That's what they told babies. You got to make this thing be known as chess, not checkers. I told y'all guys that before once upon a time too, and I always told you Peyton Manning always covers. One of these days I'm going to take my own advice and actually do ahead and bet that myself. But people, we are back here in week 2 after having a above 500 record for the first week of the NFL season. Like I said, people, you play certain games, you don't play certain games. This week, I'm going to tell you what games you should play and what games I would stick away from. More importantly, one of my upsets and my locks of the week. But we're going to move on from last week and move on into this week of the Bet That segment, people. You can find us located right here at BDSIRnetwork.com for all your picks for NFL seasons leading up all the way up to the Super Bowl and making sure you do one thing and one thing only. That's win that money because you bet that, people. Now, week 1 is here. Week 2 is here, shall I say, if you will, so to speak. And listen, number 2 rule and handicapping is what, people? Come on, let me hear you. Let me hear you. Never take double-digit leads in the NFL. This Thursday night, they're out there again. Vegas is daring you to spend that money. So I ask you, do you take New England and the 13 points at home, even though it's a short week going up against the AFC Eastern woeful Jets that if you're out there playing them suicide pools, almost all of you guys thought that New York would lose that game, yours truly included? Hey, Thursday night, AFC East, the Patriots always give the Jets a problem. It's 13 on the board. I'm taking my rules this year, and I'm not going to bet this game at all. Why? Because I don't like the 13 points in the NFL. But if you're going to play that game, I'm telling you, like I said, number 2 rule, never take a double-digit lead. I'm taking the Jets. Moving on. Chip Kelly, Chips Ahoy, the 2013 Philadelphia Eagles playing with a chip on their shoulder. Most of you people thought it couldn't be done. I am not one of those people. I told you with my upset of the week they would beat the Washington Redskins in the opener. Now, we have a tougher thing ahead of us. What's that? That's Vegas getting on board. That's Vegas being happy about the Philadelphia Eagles. 7.5 season opener opening up against the San Diego Chargers, who gave up a 21-point lead. People, I'm taking Philadelphia in the points. It's 8. I wouldn't touch this game as well. They look for a letdown. Why? Because that's what happens with Philadelphia sports teams. That's what happens in the city called brotherly love. That's Greek, by the way, people. Also, with that 8, I would not bet this game. If you're going to bet it, go ahead. Like the other game, I would take the Eagles, this dynamic offense, which some people are not exactly sure is going to continue to go. I think it does happen. I think they win the game. I'm just not playing on the 8 points. When it was 7, I had it. Now that it's 8, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you a game I would spend my money on. Listen, Ray Lewis is gone, so no one's afraid of getting murdered. That's a very inappropriate joke I heard all week with the Baltimore Ravens, as they did not cover against Peyton Manning. Why? Because Peyton Manning always covers. However, they're coming home. It's their season opener. They're taking on the division rival in Cleveland. I'm going to take Baltimore and the 7 points at home. Also, Houston, close. It's close to a double-digit lead. It's 9. It's not 10. They open up at home against Tennessee. I would bet that as well and take Houston in that game. Now, Indianapolis, I told you my name is not Andrew Luck. I also told you Oakland would cover that double-digit lead, and they did. However, Indianapolis is at home. They're taking on Miami. They're favored by 3. I'm betting that on Indianapolis, and Andrew is not always Luck. Now, Carolina, they're going on the road against Buffalo. Buffalo did what I told you they would do. They would cover last week. They don't cover this week against Carolina in the 3. Take Carolina in the 3. Also, Atlanta. My new rule, people. My new rule. Number 3 rule here. Number 1 is what? Peyton Manning always covers. Number 2, double leads in the NFL do not cover very often. Number 3, Matt Ryan does not cover, but it's okay. He covers this week. Take Atlanta in the 7, going up against Washington in this short week after they just got chipped ahoy by the Philadelphia Eagles with a shocker to no one, at least not to me, maybe to y'all out there for week 1 of the NFL season. Take Atlanta. Also now, Green Bay. That's Atlanta over St. Louis. I apologize about that. Now, Green Bay comes home. They're off a loss against San Francisco. Washington's off a loss against the Eagles. Okay, what do you do in this game? I'm telling you, I'm taking Green Bay, and I'm betting the 8 points that Green Bay wins this game. They're going to feast and famine all over. He's not completely healthy, RG3. Now, Andy Reid, he got to get ready, right? He just beat a horrible team in Jacksonville. Do you think he has the Eagles ahead of his mind as they play the next Thursday night game as his return to Philadelphia? Does he have a letdown going against Dallas and the 3 points? No. I'm taking Andy Reid and them to cover at home. I told you guys, Kansas City is not a weak team. They needed a coach. They needed a quarterback. They got both of those things in one season. Take Kansas City and the points over America's former team. Then, the Bears. I didn't take y'all last week. It's okay. Y'all proved me wrong. Y'all won't prove me wrong this time because I'm picking you guys. Take Chicago over Minnesota in the 6 at home. Now, New Orleans goes to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. Could there be a more, how can I say it, unorganized, unprepared team, undisciplined team than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? They're called the Detroit Lions, but we ain't got there yet. We're talking about Tampa Bay taking on New Orleans. New Orleans goes down there and wins that game. Take New Orleans. Also, Detroit, speaking about people not following rules, and Ndamukong Suh, did he kick him on purpose? Did he go through his knees on purpose? I don't think so. I think the guy out there playing football, shout out to Ndamukong Suh, and I still will fight you in a thumb wrestling contest when that moment comes in your life. Listen, just give me the money. It's okay, Ndamukong. It's okay. I will take the money, and I'm taking Detroit to win this game. Detroit at home, on the road against Arizona in the 2. Then we got Oakland. The Oakland Raiders at home taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. This might be some very bad football, people, but if you're going to go ahead and bet it on Oakland to cover that and cover the 6 points. Then we got the Manning Bowl Part 3. Peyton Manning comes to New York. Might be the last game against baby brother Eli, whatever you want to call him, Manning. You saw how he was walking around last week. Oh my God, I can't win. Can you guys catch the ball? I'm throwing interceptions, Manning. It's okay. In this Manning Bowl, take Peyton Manning to cover. Like I said, why? Because the rule of handicapping is what? Peyton Manning always covers. Take Peyton Manning in the 5 points on the road. Then we got the Battle of Eyebrows. I'm not joking. These guys actually bet their eyebrows. Colin Kaepernick against Russell Wilson. Loser has to shave his eyebrows. Is that a dumb bet? Well, yeah, it is because they got a lot of money, and I'd have bet money over my eyebrows. But hey, Seattle's favorite at home against San Francisco. Lock of the week. San Francisco wins this game, people, on the road. And also, just to rewind back the clock to that game, I wouldn't bet, but I'm going to have to bet it because it's my upset of the week. The Jets will upset and cover the points against New England on this Thursday night game. Then we go to the Monday nighter. Another game that people thought they had in the bag and they blew it. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Guys, this is one of the 5th worst teams in football. I can't believe I'm saying this. Pittsburgh sucks. I'm sorry, they just, no offensive line, no one can protect Big Ben. Well, finally he has protection because he got a ring, so maybe he's wearing condoms instead of walking around following girls with his peppy out asking for Steve. But it's okay. They don't win this game. Cincinnati, they make up to me, but they didn't make up to me last week. We're going to bet that on Cincinnati at home. They're going to win this game. Coming home Monday night, division rivalry at home. Division rivalry at home. Monday night at home. AJ Green's going to do what? Make us green, and bet that on Cincinnati to cover the 7 points on Monday night, people. That's right. Mike Knoxxx is here to get you one thing and one thing only, to bet that and tell a friend to tell a friend. Damn it, just tell a friend how you winning this money and bet that, people. BDSIR Network, Mike Knoxxx, the CEO, the SmackDown, the #1, whatever you want to call me, handicapper social networks worldwide. You know who I am. Now do one thing and do one thing only, and bet that, people. I'm out of here. Peace.
You don't like it? Keep listening. Yo, it's a Saturday, I'm home, 6:30 chillin', surfing the internet to see what I'm feeling, laying on Blog Talk, see what they dealing. Came across the barbershop, stepped into the building. Real life sports talk, real entertainment. Mike Knoxxx really keep his ear into the pavement. Finger on the pulse of the industry, save it. You don't like the way brag, you ain't gotta say shh. Listen anyway, every Thursday, him and Corey G, tell him what you tripping on any day. Barbershop mixed with talk show, there we go. Give you the best damn show on the radio. $1 million audience meets with your favorite host. $1 million connections, feel the force. Most electric, most eclectic. Listen to the shows where the pros expected. 2 shows a week with an A-class guest list. The best damn show on the radio. Check this. The best damn show on the radio. Yo, it's the best damn show on the radio. Yo, it's the best damn show on the radio. Yo, it's the best damn show on the radio. Yo, it's the best damn show on the radio. Yo, it's the best damn show on the radio. Yo, it's the best damn show on the radio. Yo, it's the best damn show in radio. King Kong, Loch Ness, Goblin, Ghoul, a zombie with no conscience. Question, what do these things all have in common? Everybody knows I'm a motherfucking monster.
I was gonna rip this hard out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx to the Conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their cloth.
Some people are talented and some people are gifted. I'm God gifted.